Hi everyone, welcome to CD Cave. I'm Jack Barrow. Today I'm back with another video, my series that I've been doing once a week. Today, of course, if you saw by the thumbnail, uh, I'm going with 1982's Queen Hot Space. Um, so I'll be giving you my thoughts on that. Before we get into all that, remember if you're new here, or if you've been here before but haven't hit subscribe yet, go ahead. I would really appreciate it. Leave a comment down below, your thoughts on the album, um, and hit like, even share. I would appreciate all those things. Yeah, so talk about Queen Hot Space. I do like the cover. That's one thing I do like. This band Queen is, as all of you are familiar, they've had a few different eras of style. I prefer their earlier style, their first 6 or 7 albums. Um, I do love Innuendo. That's like one of the later albums. That's probably the album I listen to the most these days is Innuendo. Um, this is one when it first came out, I pretty much picked it up to, because I'm a completist type thing, to fill in my discography. Um, I listened to it maybe once or twice, put it away. Did listen to it for years. A couple years ago, I kind of pulled it out, started listening to it again. Um, Probably from listening to some of Freddie Mercury's solo stuff. I have some of his solo stuff on CD and listened to some of that. For some reason, got me a kick on this album. Very similar styles. Um, it's an album that's growing on me. To me, it really is really at the bottom of the barrel in the discography. Um, their last album they did before he passed away um, it is not really it's a Queen album, but it's stuff from Brian May and Roger Taylor, some of their solo stuff, and they kind of re-recorded. Um, so I don't really count that one as far as a real Queen album type thing. It is a Queen album, but it's not something the band got together, wrote songs together, and released it. Not like this one here. Um, this is heavily influenced by a lot of 80s production. It really sounds 80s. It's got that club sound. Um, I'm not sure if Roger Taylor really enjoyed the drum sound on this. Um, but overall, it's got some good songs, and this album has grown on me. I did a video last year, I think, on this album. On one of those albums I really didn't listen to and kind of started listening to again, and I do enjoy it now. It's not a go-to for me. It's not one I pull out. If I say I'm going to listen to some Queen today, I usually have an album I have in mind that I'm going to listen to. It's not usually this one, but I do pull it out once in a while, listen to it. Um, Staying Power is good. Black Cat is not bad. Body Language, very 80s. Life is Real, Calling All Girls. Of course, Under Pressure is a big song off this with David Bowie. I think it's the only song off this they ever played live. Um, but then again, like I mentioned before in some of the other videos, um, for a band of this caliber, it's not a bad album to be last in their catalog compared to some other bands. Um, but it's just not classic Queen, right? When you think of Queen, you can think of a whole lot of other songs or albums before you would think of this one. Um, but I do throw it in once in a while, play it. I do enjoy it. But it doesn't have that Queen sound like some of the other albums have. Like even Innuendo, that's an album I really enjoy. It's probably like Innuendo, Night at the Opera are probably my two more go-to albums. Although I do listen to The Miracle quite a bit too. Probably because my wife likes that album quite a bit, so she plays it a lot in the car, so I get to hear it a lot. Um, But to me, it was this and The Works is also rates just above this one for me. The album The Works. Um, at times, it's got a similar sound. Not as 80s as this one, but it does have that low sound a little bit. But this is definitely the worst of their catalog. Um, but I do play it once in a while. I do enjoy it. I know most people don't like it, and I can see why. It doesn't have that real aggressive Queen sound, things like that. But it's still a fair album, worth owning, I find. Um, actually, the only one I don't own from Queen is the Flash Gordon soundtrack. I think it's the only one I've never picked up. Um, maybe one day I'll pick that one or two, which just sounds very much like this, the same era, right? So, um, yeah, so that's my thought on this album. Leave me a comment on what you think about this album. I know you're not going to rank it up there with Queen, but I'm sure everybody has some stuff on there they probably enjoy. Uh, although it is very, very 80s sounding and things like that. Um, but that's my thought on this album, Queen Hot Space. And let me know your thoughts. And I hope, like I said before, you enjoy this little series. I have a whole bunch of other ones I'm doing. And I'll be posting in the near future. So until next time, take care of yourselves.